Are you panicking? Are you panicking over the US government releasing those UFO videos and pictures? Because some of you are and some of you aren't. I posted the video on my Facebook page, a couple of the videos, and I'm going to read at least one or two comments. Okay. I don't even know. If you haven't seen it, go check out my Facebook page at DeHuff Podcast. Let me know your thoughts wherever you're consuming this. And I don't know, guys. We'll get into it a little bit later. I'm more concerned. Let's just say this. I'm more concerned right now that I have a random hair in my eyeball and I can't get it out. And it's really, thankfully, I don't wear contacts anymore. I got LASIK several years back. One of the greatest things I ever did. Scary as shit to get it done, but totally worth it. Cutarelli, just say they're not a sponsor, but they should be. But yeah, man, I think I got it. I think I got it. Sweet Jesus. Anyway, so we're going to talk about the UFOs coming up. A sensitive man, an employee at Woolworths over, I think that's in the UK. They still have those. He was pretending essentially to be a plumber, and people weren't happy with it. And now he's got sensitive. Sensitive Sally, basically. We'll get into that. Weightlifters in Denver are upsetting their neighbors for being too loud. They're working out too loud. Well, guess what? Guess what? I have audio that proves it could be worse. An illegal race over across the pond that I would love to watch. And I know it's illegal. But come on, when I tell you the race, you're going to be like, yeah, I'd watch that. I'd watch it. And coming up next, how in the hell did this lady steal the booze? My mind is just drifting. Can't wait to get into it. Make sure you hit subscribe, interact with the show any way you can. If you can enable the notifications, that's great too. Anytime there's a new episode, you're going to be notified. You can also, for the audio, you can do the auto download or just download the episodes you want to watch, and it takes up hardly any data. I'm not doing like Joe Rogan 3-hour shows. That's nonsense. That's craziness. Okay? Not going to do that. I do like 30, 40, maybe 50-minute shows, and it takes up hardly any data on your device. So that way, when you're on a road trip, it's road trip season, whether with your family, maybe you're hauling something, maybe you're a salesperson doing some calls, whatever, or, driving to see clients, whatever, go ahead, hit the auto download or just download it. And if you're going through a tunnel, if you're in the middle of nowhere, you're not going to be interrupted on the show. And that means more dick jokes that aren't going to be interrupted. You're welcome. You're welcome. It's good stuff. That's basically what this show is. If you're new, hi, how are you? Be ready. Be ready. Anyway, guys, let's do this. Let's have some fun today. It's the middle of the week. Let's smile. Let's jump into those headlines.
Let's go! Let's go!
And now, here are the headlines.
A Traverse City, Michigan woman. Okay? Never heard of that place, but it's in Michigan. Some of you are weird out there, and that's okay. She's being accused of stealing alcohol. Well, that's not too uncommon. People do that all the time. Well, there's two incidents that occurred with this woman. First incident, she was in the store and starts cracking open some booze, starts hammering the booze, right? Gets in trouble. They kick her out, whatever. Then she comes back at a later time, and the employees are like, oh, there she is. There's that bitch. Get out of here, bitch. Huh? Right? Whatever. Scram. And they're like, oh, no, she stole something. Let's confront her. And they confront her. They're like, give us the booze that you just stole. Now, keep in mind, this is later. She already got in trouble for drinking it. And now they're like, you stole it. You put it somewhere on your person. Give it to us. And she's like, go ahead, search me. You ain't going to find it. And they, sure shit, they can't find it. They're like, I don't know where the hell she put the booze. So they call the police because they swear on everything she stole the booze. And the police find it. They found it. They found it. Guess where they found it? It was somewhere inside her. Scotty, you're saying that she shoved that booze in her prison wallet? I I guess so. That means her vagina, Scotty. I I know what prison wallet means. My God. I just I'm thinking about booze and the different sized bottles, and it's like, holy God.
Big vagina?
Gigantic vagina.
Yeah. Let's just hope that that's like a little shooter bottle, right? You go into the liquor store, and at the checkout, they're like, "Hey, do you want a little vodka shot or fireball whiskey thingies?" Right? And it's not like a bottle of like what is that one? Woodford Reserve. Have you ever if you drink whiskey or bourbon, you know what I'm talking about. It's like a wide pancake size in width bottle, and the depth is, maybe the size of a cheeseburger. You know what I'm saying? Trying to shove that somewhere, not a good idea.
Is anybody else turned on right now?
Yes, Scotty, I'm turned on right now. Please keep going. That's listen. Part of me is just like I, I don't know exactly what whiskey or what wine bottle she took, but in a weird, troubling way. I'm like, you know what? She kind of earned it. She kind of earned it. Just give it to her. Just give it to her. Because holy fuck. Hey, Scotty, that reminds me of a commercial I did way back in the day when I used to endorse a whiskey. You endorsed a whiskey? Well, it was actually my brainchild, a whiskey. It was called Mother's Whiskey. You used to have a whiskey called Mother's Whiskey. Yeah. Let's play the commercial and maybe you can guess why it was canceled. I'm still confused. Hello, everyone. It's Connery for your Mother's Whiskey. The best way to age a whiskey is in a cool, dark, dry place. And there's nothing better than your mother's lady bits. At your Mother's Whiskey, we snatch age it for up to 8 hours. Anything longer than 8 hours is just going to be too uncomfortable. And just as we remove your mother's whiskey, we turn up the heat. That's when I walk into the room. Shirt torn, sweat dripping from my brow, and a massive bulge in my trousers. Okay, enough. Oh my God, Connery, jeez. You don't know why snatch aged whiskey didn't last? No, Scotty, I have no idea. You're discussing in a moron. Scotty, I got you to say snatched. You did. Snatch aged. I think I need to design a fake whiskey t-shirt bottle. And that's my next t-shirt. Your mother's whiskey, snatch aged. Something like that. Just make it look legitimate, and people will be like, "Oh, is that a good whiskey? It's the best. It's the best." I don't know. Here's the thing, guys. I know it's messed up. I do. I do. But here's the thing. I kind of want to know how she did it. I know that's fucked up, and you're like, Scott, that's perverted. But isn't there part of you is just like, I kind of want to know. I kind of want to know what the bottle dimensions were, and just like how easy or difficult was that to put up there? Just saying. Just saying. I've heard stories of people putting things up there, and I can't imagine it. For some of you, I guess maybe it's easier than others. that's that's going to be going through your head all day, today or the next day. You're going to see a bottle of wine, a bottle of whiskey, hell, even a beer can, and it's going to cross your mind, and then you're going to either do it like a shiver, or you're going to go, oh, oh, what you thinking about, honey? Oh, nothing. Nothing. I got to go use the bathroom. Sorry. A Mexican performer lifted 166.11 pounds with her hair. I don't really have much to say about this other than it's better than that dude the other day we talked about that pulled a police car with his dick. Oh, and was lit on fire. Because pulling a car with your dick isn't extravagant enough. You're like, hey, let's light myself on fire. My God. Good for her, though. It's her hair. That's crazy to me. I don't have a lot of hair, so it's really hard for me to wrap my brain around. But even if I did, like, oh my God, that can't feel good. You got some good shampoo. Are you using mane and tail? Is that what it is? That's what they use on horses. I'm just saying. Sicily police are investigating an illegal race with horse drawn carts and apparently guns. And I know it's illegal, but it sounds like it would be fun to watch. I don't know what the guns were for, but they're racing. And I guess the guns are this particular Russian made gun. But I'm sorry. If all of a sudden I pull up to, an intersection in the middle of nowhere and I see horse-drawn carriages getting ready to race, like, maybe I pull over and just watch this for a bit. You guys don't mind, do you? No, no, no. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I, it's, it. Am I weird? That's not something you see every day. You see dipshits every day around here revving their engines, be like, their little piece of shit Supras or whatever, running around here, gunning it through an intersection, then slamming on their brakes because they're stuck in between the cycle of red lights. It's like, come on, man. I'd rather watch. I would rather watch horses pulling a carriage, dropping a deuce as they're running, than watching people race cars. If there was a track around here that did horse-drawn carriages racing, I would go see that. Hell, I might even sponsor a carriage. Now driving the Huff Uncensored carriage. Here's Luigi. Right? That'd be cool. That'd be cool. Scotty, it would also be sponsored by your mother's whiskey. It could be. It could be. 3 residents on the 3rd floor of these condominiums off of 9th Avenue and Lincoln Street in Capitol Hill here in Denver have filed a lawsuit with the Denver District Court against Summit Strong, a powerlifting gym operating on the 2nd floor, which is directly below them. This is the complaint. Banging of metal on metal as metal weight equipment is racked and unracked by Summit's customers, crashing of weights on the concrete floor or lightly covered floors of the gym, the sounds of weightlifters groaning, yelling, and struggling to lift weights, and other loud noises emanating from the gym. Here's what I don't know are the people complaining, how long's the gym been there? And how long have the residents been there that are complaining? And ultimately, I don't blame the gym for this because they're mad. They're trying to get an injunction or something like that. Where I don't know legal terms. I'm dumb, but because right now the gym opens at 5 a.m. and they're trying to push it to 9 a.m. That's just, come on. Here's the way I'm looking at it is when the gym signed the contract with the building, did they say you can't make any noise or not? If you are in the apartments above that place, did you not think about what was below you, assuming that you rented the place and that gym was there already? So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. I sympathize with the weightlifters. I'm not a weightlifter myself, although, yeah, I was going to say, although sometimes I get mistaken for one, but that would be a complete lie. Nobody's ever gone, whew, duh, you been working out? Man, you are what we call a specimen of a man. No, nobody's ever done that. But it's a gym. People make noises. I think it's hilarious, but when you're pushing that, if this is, what did they say? This is a where does it say? A powerlifting gym. This isn't like Planet Fitness. It's not that. This is powerlifting, where people are lifting extraordinary large amounts of weight, like insane. This isn't Sit and Be Fit on PBS. Have you ever watched that when you were a kid? I did. Listen, we, we didn't have the internet, if you know what I mean. Wink, wink. But my point is, I don't blame the gym on this. Somewhere along the line, there was no communication that they're fucking noisy. And that's not on them. That it's a gym. People drop weights. So I'll be curious. I have a bad feeling that the Denver District Court is going to rule in favor of the residents, which sucks. But I hope that they're able to, I doubt it, but, relocate the gym somewhere else. That's frustrating. But here's what's funny. I'm listening to that, and I'm like, it could be fucking worse. And then it got me thinking, there used to be an old Adam Sandler bit where, because he used to do comedy albums, and the bit was, he's interviewing these allegedly people on the street and going, are these people working out or are they having sex? And then he'd play a soundbite, and then he would go ask the person he's interviewing, all right, were they working out or having sex? So here's a clip.
Oh, God, I'm fucking the shit out of you! Oh, my God! Oh, my God, I'm coming!
What do you think?
Well, that's people having sex.
No, they were doing a military press.
I'm sorry. I should have given you a warning too. Oh my God. I hope you were listening to that in your car and your windows were down, and then you're parked at a red light and you're doing something, filling for something, and all of a sudden I played that, and it's like, is that guy listening to porn in his car? And you're like, fuck, where's the volume? Oh, if you just lost your job because you had that on speaker, that's on you. That's not on me. God, don't come after me. No, that's on you. That's on you. So it could be worse. There could be a porn studio underneath you. And that could be, that could be gross. It could be exciting. I don't know. Depends how you want to look at it. Okay? Hey, how about this? Instead of judging the weightlifters for making too much noise, maybe you go down there and get some, some ideas on how you can better your life physically. Just saying. Quit pointing the finger. Pull the thumb. More on you. A Woolworths employee filed a complaint about people complaining about him and his butt crack showing. The complainant, he works at the store and apparently doesn't wear a belt in his trousers or whatever you want to call it, because I think this is over in the UK. They're kind of falling down, and he's had fellow employees say, dude, you need to pull up your pants. And that offended him, hurt his feelings. Feelings were hurt. The complainant said while working as a casual shift, God, I screwed that up. The complainant, while working a casual shift at the supermarket, was told by a coworker that, quote, the cleft of his bottom was protruding from his trousers, and it was suggested in rude terms that he cover up. I have no sympathy for this employee. Like, pull your pants up. Nobody wants to see your ass. So while the employee claimed that he had hurt feelings, nobody else is siding with him. It's disgusting. Pull your fucking pants up, wear a belt. If you can't afford a belt, ask the company, do you got any baler twine or something like that? Come on. That's disgusting. I used to have an employee when my brother and I worked at a Quiznos in Louisville off of I think it's McCaslin. Way back in the day. We ran that store together for a little bit. There was a heavy set gentleman, not going to say his name, but he worked for us. Good dude, but he was heavy set. And he would sweat really bad, and he didn't have a belt at first. And it was disgusting because he would be constantly pulling up his pants. And then there was times where customers would see his ass crack. And you're like, dude, so my brother had to like pull him aside. He's like, do I need to go buy you a belt? And I think my brother did at some point. And until then, like we got, I think he helped him do something where his pants wouldn't fall down. It was gross. It's gross. Customers don't want to see that. Coworkers don't want to see that. And don't try to play victim. At no point does anybody want to see your ass crack. Okay? Nobody. Okay? Not even the people that love you. Sir. Ladies, I've never seen a woman working in their ass crack shows. Never. Does that happen, or is that just a dude thing? Sometimes I do it around the house just to, just to be funny. I won't wear a belt and I'm working underneath the sink or something. And I'm like, fuck it, I don't care. My son will be like, Dad, I can see your butt. Yeah, well, don't look, god damn it. Now hand me that wrench. No, the other wrench, god damn it. Hold that light steady. Oh, that's good. That's great. Do you sympathize with the with the guy showing his butt crack? Because I don't. That's on him. Get a belt. And if you can't afford it, you need to talk to your employer and be like, listen, you guys pay me jack shit. Can you guys what can we do to get me a belt? Because I want to continue working here. That's or the guy's just being lazy and he's just like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to wear a belt. It doesn't go with my pants. It doesn't. Not with this uniform. I need a real fancy belt. No, come on, man. You know what we need to do right now, guys? I think it's time to talk some UFOs. Oh, I know. Nerds rejoice. Let's jump into the mailbag.
Mailbag. You've got mail.
Now, I guess I could have played some sound from NASA.
This is Houston. Say again, 7.
So we have a bogey at 10 o'clock time.
Roger. 77, is that the booster or is that an actual sighting?
Okay, we have several, looks like the 3 up there, actual sighting.
It's interesting. Some of the stuff that you can see on and hear on the Department of War website where they posted this stuff. It is interesting. But, I mean, I posted a couple videos. I don't feel like there's anything that great. A few years ago when they released what is known as the Tic Tac video, I thought that one was probably one of their better videos that has been released. But the stuff that they posted on the website now, which you can go see, I'll try to put a link into the description here so you can look at. There's several pages of stuff, several. Whether it's just PDFs like incident reports or video or images, doesn't matter. You can decide for yourself. And that's really what the government came out and be like, hey, Here's a bunch of evidence. Figure it out on your own. But I'm looking at it, and everything I looked at was, I mean, like little dot. I don't know. It is interesting and it is fascinating, and I don't know how you would explain it. But as far as jaw dropping, I don't feel like anything's jaw dropping. If it was something that I saw with my own eyes, that's different. But what I'm looking at on the videos are nothing like of clarity. And like I said, go to my Facebook page at To Huff Podcast. I posted 2 of them up there. I only posted 2 because the rest that I saw weren't that great. But I'm looking at them like they're not like, whoa, holy shit. These are weird. These are what? Now, that being said, the fact that there's these objects zooming across, going extreme speeds, stopping on a dime, and then going a different direction extremely fast, goes against our logic of how things work, okay? It's fascinating. It is. And it makes you wonder, is this something that we have? Is it something that another government has? And because some of these are coming from different agencies, not just the United States. But here's the thing. Where is it coming from? Is it something that is beyond our solar system and they're here? I've said this before. Most likely, the more logical place that these things came from are within our own oceans. We've only explored, what is it, like 5% of our oceans, I should say. That's it. So there's a really good chance there's a society or some sort of hub, I don't know, in our oceans that we have yet to explore, or that we have been informed as the public that exists. Because there's a chance that let's say that does exist. There's a chance that government agencies do know it exists, but there's like, we're just going to leave it alone type of thing. So I don't know. The more I look at it, I'm like, eh, yeah, but is what I see when I look at these videos. Yeah, but is nobody wants to come out and say it? I'm surprised they haven't come out and said it. Be like, guys, there really is fucking aliens. Oh, do you guys want to meet them? Let's forget about those files for a second. Who wants to meet an alien, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Just saying, that's massive distraction. Massive distraction. But I mean, that being said, it's very intriguing. And I've talked about this before. What are we going to do? What are we going to do if tomorrow a person of power in this world comes out and says, all right, guys, aliens do exist. Here's the proof. Here's one right next to me. Blah, 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 blah. And the craft comes down and they go zipping off. Blah, 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 whatever. What are you going to do? Not much you can do. If let's say these alien entities are like, all right, guys, you fucked shit up enough. We're taking over. What are you going to do? You going to fight back? Because I don't know if you've seen the alleged videos of, what was it? The Tomahawk missile, I think is what it was, bouncing off one of these objects like it was nothing. And there's a lot of science into that. And I can't remember what it's called, but it's just essentially these things are I wish I could explain this better, but there's a lot of theories on, let's say these things are real, where it's in constant free fall, and that's why it can move so elegantly through the air. with no friction. Something I can't explain it. I'm dumb. I'm dumb. And there's multiple theories of how they fly the way they fly. But the point is, what would we do? What would we do? We would try to rebel, would we not? Well, I don't want to be under a thumb of a fucking alien. I don't know. Depends. Are they hot? Are they looking to breed? Scotty, thank you for asking. I was gonna say the same thing, but you did it for me. I know. I was literally asking for a friend. Scotty, that means so much to me. My heart is warm right now. Please continue. Thanks, Connery. So it really does make you think, how would we react? Let's be honest with ourselves. Maybe you would act appropriately. Maybe your family would react appropriately. But there's going to be a good chunk of people that wouldn't. And it just would be bad. It would be very bad. But let's just put this out on the table. If those are indeed alien life forms, eventually that's going to happen, right? Eventually we will come to that point. It's inevitable that we will actually have a public announcement that this shit's officially real, and it will be too much for anybody to deny. And part of the reason why it's being delayed is that's going to cause mass chaos for multiple reasons. One, religion. Well, are these the angels? Are these the demons that were written about? Is that what it's going to cause a lot of confusion and create a lot of questions? And then things might make a little more sense, or they might be a lot more confusing. So it's going to happen. We will eventually figure out what these things are. I personally have never seen anything like that with my own eyes. I'm only seeing video on TV or on the internet. And, you know, if you want to believe anything on the internet now, I don't know. AI is way too fucking good. I was going through Instagram this morning, and there's this guy. He inserts himself into these famous scenes. Well, the one I saw was where he was on Game of Thrones, and he just interjects himself into these iconic scenes, and just starts. One saves people, and then he slaps the shit out of the bad guy, type of thing. And you watch it, and it's so believable. I'm like, if that was on TV, I'd be like, that's part of the show. So it's really hard for me to look at and I guess you could look at I should have more belief in what the government is posting. I should, but then I shouldn't. Now here's what's funny. So I posted one of the videos, and I will be honest with you. I did trim it up, but I only trimmed up like say 10 seconds of this video because it just dragged on, and it was like there was nothing on the screen. So I cut out like a little bit of the beginning where there was nothing, and then in the middle where there's nothing because the object went off screen. Jason responded, and he said, look really close at the original footage that you clearly cut out. You can see a parachute on the left side of the screen. It's a flare being filmed from below. The shape of the craft is a lens flare. You all are fucking idiots. Here's the thing, Jason. I responded to you on this post with the unedited version and said, here's the original version. I have no idea what you're talking about. And why are you so angry? And Jason has very small balls because he didn't even bother to respond because he's a pussy. Okay? No idea why you're so fucking angry. Maybe you're so angry because you're just throwing shit at the wall. I'm not saying look at this evidence and go, oh, that's definitely a UFO. Okay, yeah, that's definitely aliens. No, I'm just saying look at it. What are your thoughts? It's funny. Come on, man. Don't get so angry about it. Maybe Jason got probed by one of them fellas. He's like, oh, it's not real. It's not real. It's very good. It's very good. God, Jason. Jason seems like a real prick, okay? Somebody may be pooping in his Cheerios every single day. Maybe that's what's going on. He has misplaced anger. Pooping in your Cheerios, that will do it. Okay? Maybe it's his cat. I don't know. Get rid of the cat, Jason. Get rid of the cat. Here's the thing, guys. What they released isn't changing my mind one way or the other. I'm not going, well, they're definitely real and they're definitely not real. I'm not saying that at all. The reason why the government said, here's a bunch of evidence, make your own conclusions, is because they don't have anything that they're releasing that is saying, yeah, that's definitely real. Right? You don't have a video of an alien gangbang that they're releasing and be like, this is in high definition. Scotty, now you're speaking my language. I like it. Keep going. No, it was just Connery, no. You can't tease a man like that. You're talking about an alien gangbang, which has always been a dream of mine. And now you get me all hot and bothered. Now you're just gonna walk away. What kind of man are you? You earlier said you were my friend. Now I feel like you're a backstabber. You son of a bitch. Fucking brutish. No. Stop it. God. You guys tell me. I have a feeling that the consensus is going to be like, nah. I don't know. Nothing's blowing my skirt up, Scotty. Whose skirt's getting blown up? Was it your mother's? Connery, stop it, please. Trying to have a serious conversation about UFOs. Do you say UFOs or UAP? I know that they're trying to do UAP and the nasty stench that's with UFO. UAP, unidentified aerial phenomenon, or unidentified flying object. I say both. I'll put both in the description just because of how algorithms work and stuff. But I don't know. Whatever. I want to see shit, and I think we're at the point now where it's not a matter of when, or not a matter of if we're going to see official, concrete, no doubt, 100% evidence that there are aliens, or we're going to find out exactly where these UFOs are originating from. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. How soon will we officially find out? Because this just like greasing the skids type of thing? We're just priming the pump. Ready. Okay. Just a little bit, a little sprinkle here, a little sprinkle there. Okay. See how people react. Okay. Good. Good. All right. Release the video of the alien gangbang. Right? That's the next one, right? It's something I feel like this is just priming us, getting us ready for a big reveal. We'll see. We'll see. Let me know. Comment below. Or do you not really give two shits about it? What's going to happen to your life? If aliens take over, I mean, things might get better. I don't know. Might get a lot worse. You guys think that it's going to be this great, grand thing, some of you? You're going to be like the people on top of those buildings in Independence Day where they're like, take me with you, or welcome to Earth. They're like, why is that thing getting so bright? And then they get blown up. So we don't know how this is going to go, but are you interested in how it's going to go, or are you just going to move on from it? I don't know. It's an interesting thing to debate, to have a conversation about, especially if you're high as fuck or something. Like, you got some buddies over there, you're ripping a bong, and you're like, let's talk about like aliens, man. Where do you think they come from? I think they come from Uranus. That doesn't make sense, man. I think they're from our oceans. Whatever. Are we going to talk about lizard people or not, man? Right? Anyway. Guys, thank you so much for tuning into the show. It got weird. It did. It did. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching, supporting the show. Interact if you can, please. Do appreciate it. It's DeHuff Uncensored. You guys are amazing. Have a great day. Let's continue to move forward. I'll talk to you next time.